Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from Arizona. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball gonna be spotted at the 35-yard line. To throw right away, here's Milroe. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Now Milroe facing third and long. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
First down, Seattle.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. We're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of the drive and finish the drive with some points?
Brings up second and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Milroe. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. Third down coming up.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Milroe. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
I hit that a little too well. It lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The first running back taken in the April draft. Here's Jeremiah Love. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line.
Made by Julian Love. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Beck. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Beck. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And off to Love, running left. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Out west, legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, the respect, and the power. Come back last time.
Here's Beck. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He does it, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On 3rd down, Beck. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. The run straight ahead with Love. And he's able to push through the tackles to pick up 6.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. Now they'll pitch it out here. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing is Beck. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield. Derek Hall He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. Nowhere to run that time. Punt team got down there quickly, and they're going to stop him back inside the 10-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
The rookie, the first-rounder, Darian Price. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
11 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, right back to Price. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Now Milroe. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. And they've got second and long. 2nd and 14. Throwing is Milroe. That'll be swung out wide to Jones. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
It's a gain of 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
It's third down. They need 6 for the first down. Now it's Milroe. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Price trying to work the inside, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, pass. 19,
draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact. And really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. We'll talk things over before third down. Shaheed in motion. Send a man in motion right. On third down, Milroe. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Walter Nolan. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. Here's Michael Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On 1st and 10, here's Beck. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step one. I promise you step two on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
On 2nd down, Beck. Out of the backfield, it's Jeremiah Love. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run, and Love, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try and set up the screen to Love. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Milroe. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
On second down, here's Milroe. Quickly to the outside and complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holds it just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun on third down, it's in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Zaven Collins. He's aimed to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down. Here's their punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, here is Love to begin this drive. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Looking to throw is Beck. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
28-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. On the ground, Price. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Another run here with Price. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
13-yard line. A gain of 5. And the Seahawks first down.
50 Maverick. Here we go. Pat the 50.
Here's Milroe to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. That his first touchdown of the new year. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Cardinals 0. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Beck. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up Incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
To throw it here on second down is Beck. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 to score as the third quarter begins. Duvernay on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Love. He'll be taken down.
pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Love. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
At the 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, here is Beck. He's got his man. It's Harrison. First catch in this one for the son of the Hall of Famer. And that is a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
First down, 10 yards to go. They'll run with Love. Defense all over that one. They'll come up with a stop, and it's no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. Like when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Now facing 3rd down and 10. To throw is Beck. Catch made, right side by Wilson. 4 catches for him in the opener. The first one of this one gets a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On first down, it's Beck. He'll get this off to Love. He's not going to get too far. Tackle after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Once more, it's Beck. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. To throw once more is Beck. That is caught. Finding Higgins. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
Beck again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Higgins, the target that time. It's 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Love. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On third down, Beck. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Price. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Yeah, and a nice run here by Price, and I think there was a lot of concerns, Mike. How are the Seahawks going to replace last year's Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker? He moved on in free agency to the Chiefs, but, you know, that's what great teams do. They find the next guy up, and I'll tell you, you talk to people around this building, they think this young back is special. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Now Milroe. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
It is third and long. From the gun, it's Milroe. Pushed out to his left. He'll try to run for it. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another first and 10 here. And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this third quarter of play. Center leads him to the line for first and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 there on the opening play of this fourth quarter.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down. Smith-Njigba left side, he's got it.
To Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks extend their advantage to 14-3.
14, Cardinals 3. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's back. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Throwing back. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Out of the gun. Back. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Milroe. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Top row 18.
Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. He'll try to run with Price. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On third and goal, Milroe. That is brought in the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. 3 touchdowns for the game, his first 3 of the year. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
And they'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
On first and 10, here's Beck. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
On third down, they'll set up. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line.
Loss of 7. It's fourth down.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming.
Playing no games with you. Pop gun, switch lanes on you. Look, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they pay for you. On the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be done. Run the city.
Hey, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They snap it to Beck. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. On the give, it is Price. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, from 6 yards out, it's first and goal. They'll run with Price. And he's into the end zone. Jadarian Price. Touchdown, Seattle. His second rushing touchdown of the year. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I could promise you, every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
Duvernay on the return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Love. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground, and here's Love. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to pick it up with Love. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
That's good.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
First down throw for Beck. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Wilson was the intended target.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. 3rd and long. On the handoff, this is Love. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a